let's talk about this irregardless of polls when you're viewing or listening to this, because whether or not you know how that's going to shake out right now, there's still a conversation that could be had. You've now seen Florida take down number 1 Tennessee and number 1 Auburn, and I believe that was at Tennessee too. Am I correct in that, or is that at Florida? Do you know?
They at Florida, they lost
Okay.
when they had the return trip. Yeah.
Okay, so either way, they've taken down a number 1 team twice, and
Correct.
that's pretty impressive. And I think Todd Golden, I listened to the press conference with him after he talked about this is a resume changer for us to add that to what we've already done. So folks, take that. That's them saying that about Auburn, that beating Auburn changes the postseason for us. Think about that. That doesn't happen in very recent past history. But I do think we're talking about some of the best teams here. So what do you think? Where does it shake out in those dynamics? You've got Auburn, who's been number 1 for the longest time, has only lost to top quality opponents, 1 on the road, 1 at home. You've got Alabama, who's kind of had a mixed bag of things. Florida, who mixed bag, but probably has the 2 biggest upsets this year. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that tomorrow, just my guess, you're going to see Auburn, Alabama, and Florida somewhere in the top 3. I think Duke is going to fall to 4.
By the way, Duke fans, you lost, so you can shut up.
Yeah, the amount of grandstanding in between the buzzer at Neville Arena and the tip of Clemson.
Got a little premature there.
Goodness gracious. Anyway, I think you're going to see them fall to 4. The unfortunate part, and the part I'm not sure what's going to happen, is with Tennessee, who was 4. They have 4 losses, but they won this week. Do you drop them after a win? It's all very strange. But I think you're going to see Alabama, Auburn, and Florida in the top 3 in some order. I lean, and I'm trying not to do it with orange and blue glasses, I lean Auburn, Alabama, Florida in that order.
Well, let's not even think about it from a ranking standpoint. I'm simply just saying, who is better still with the information that you have? And you would still say that Auburn is still the better team by a small margin from those other 2?
I think so. I think that margin shrunk, of course, when you lose to one of the other teams. I think that's the case. But, the resume still stands. I think there's a lot to be made for the case that Auburn's still the best team in the country, still the SEC. Now, Auburn and Alabama especially still have, I think, the top 2 remaining conference strength of schedules to go. So they will be tested, including next weekend when they face off. So there's still a lot to be determined, but I think it's pretty obvious to me those 3 have separated themselves. With Tennessee in the second tier close behind, I think those 3 have separated themselves from the rest of the conference.
Certainly. I think we are seeing the people at the top separate themselves a little bit. You still got, your Arkansas, your Kentuckys, and a few others that are fighting to get into that, stay in that conversation. But you're looking at some of the best in the SEC and the best in college basketball right now. So enjoy it, folks. Don't be afraid of it. Enjoy this. It's just fun to talk about.